right, today we are here at Madness Autoworks with Eduardo. Eduardo is the owner of this Alfa. We have just installed our spacers, bring the wheels out a little farther. He's got a Madness GOPedal installed. He's got our new Madness Lusso exhaust system that we have just installed. And while he was here, we also installed a MAXPower ECM module and some really sharp looking carbon fiber mirror covers. So, Mr. Eduardo, first, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for agreeing to do this quick little impromptu video. We've got no script, nothing else. We just want you to hop in the car. We'll hop along with you. You give us feedback on what you think.
Looking for it.
And I'll step out. I'll see you in just a bit.
Got it, buddy.
All right, thank you.
Yeah. They just finished working on my vehicle. They did a whole lot of stuff to the vehicle. Now I'm really anxious to go out and take it for a test drive. Oh yeah. That's a really nice sound. So I'm waiting to get onto the traffic here. And we might as well put it into automatic mode. See how that does. I can definitely feel that my back presses up against the back seat. It's a really nice touch. It's really fun. I can't wait to drive it. I got an hour's drive ahead of me, and I think it's going to be really fun from here on out. I started off small. Really wasn't sure where I was going to start, who I was going to be working with, because this is my vehicle. I wanted to make sure that it was going to be done right, done with a company that comes from a position of integrity, that wouldn't overcommit and underdeliver or overprice items unnecessarily. And I found the perfect combination working with Madness Autoworks. To start off, I went with a GOPedal. It was minimally intrusive to the vehicle, and it was also very affordable, and I noticed immediate results. When I put my foot on the accelerator, it doesn't take much pressure to get the car going. It's a firmer feel instead of the loose feel that I felt in the way the car came, and it just felt like it had more oomph. Without adding any extra horsepower, all that, doing anything to the engine. And I tested the various adjustments on it, and there were times with the GOPedal that I didn't always want it to be as sensitive, particularly when I was in stop-and-go traffic. I didn't want that jerking motion, so it allowed me to put it on a different setting, so it was real smooth to get off when it was bumper to bumper traffic, and it wasn't that herky-jerky feeling. My friend who's the car enthusiast had done his research and apparently knew what he was talking about, and he brought up the BMC air filter. So when he was able to Google who sold it, and in fact we did it together, one of the Google searches actually came up with Madness Autoworks, and it was through that endeavor, that research, that I came across Madness Autoworks. And I've been driving on the new filter and on the GOPedal now for 3 months, and then I began exploring what other areas of the vehicle that I could afford, most importantly, but were going to enhance the performance, but do so safely, and have it still be exhilarating. So what I've done this time, done some aesthetic components, the carbon fiber side mirrors. Normally I wouldn't have done that, but what made me want to get these is because they have the Alfa Romeo logo and symbol on it, and I just felt like it was a one-of-a-kind piece. And then I ended up purchasing the Lusso exhaust system, and that's what's on right now. Well, let me tell you, I enjoyed it. I was okay with the stock to some extent, but I couldn't help every time that I would start the car that I wanted that Italian sports car sound. And it was at times disappointing that I didn't hear it. Even when I would go to start it for somebody else because they really loved the car and they said, go ahead and start it, I just felt like it was anemic. It just didn't have that panache that Italian sports cars are known to have. So it was a little disappointing from that standpoint. But I was willing to live with it until I actually started doing some research on the Madness Autoworks website, and I started to hear what other mufflers would sound like. And I probably have seen the videos on the website probably up to 20 times with all the different makers of the exhaust systems. On the video that I saw, it was hitting all the points that I wanted. I wanted the edgy sound. I wanted it to be sophisticated and refined, and I didn't want it to sound ghetto or as if somebody had put a coffee can exhaust on it. And then, of course, the welcome horsepower is a nice addition to it. So now that I'm driving it, it's hit the mark. I can hear it. I enjoy hearing it. I ended up purchasing some spacers. They moved the wheels out to make it more flush with the body of the car. And because Alfa Romeo makes it difficult to add the front license plate, Madness Autoworks has come up with a license plate that fits really nicely and neatly, and it doesn't look like some kind of hack job. So they did that for me. By the way, I did get the ECM module. I forgot to mention that. And I'm experiencing that for the first time. It's just a totally different drive. It's a totally different drive. It's that extra boost. It's that extra confidence that I have in driving the vehicle. It never feels as though it's out of control or it's too much power or it's not distributed well. It's all in line with the approach that I'm having in modifying my vehicle. It has to be refined, it has to be safe, and it has to be sophisticated, and the module falls nicely in line with that approach. I'm completely happy with it. I began the relationship with Madness Autoworks via the phone. I ordered the GOPedal and the BMC air filter. And I realized then too that they had a awesome location. It's a very, very clean shop, nicely organized. It was as if somebody was welcomed me into their home. I met the various employees, anywhere from the mechanics, the people who handle online products and services, to the sales guy. I even met Boris's wife. They're all congenial. They're all good people. And that, for me, is very important, that I deal with good people. I was there all day. I have waited much shorter periods at dealerships, car dealerships, that it has been difficult and excruciating to be in. Time goes by slowly, but they were so accommodating to me. They engaged me in conversation. I learned about the history, learned about people in the office, and they made the time go by. So, how did it go? My smile says it all. My smile. Thank you so much. I really enjoyed it. I could feel the difference. I could tell that the acceleration was even more exhilarating. I could feel my back being pressed against the seat. That was really fun. And I could tell it's a big difference, like I was explaining before. I felt like when I got my vehicle off the lot, felt like a teenager. Now I feel like I have an adult. I have a sophisticated, refined adult vehicle.
Yeah. The ECM, were you able to feel the difference?
Yeah, from a start, I could tell, just from the get-go. But also in the mid-range gears, moving on, let's say from 40 to 50, 50 to 70 miles per hour.
What'd you think of the exhaust? Because you put in our Lusso exhaust.
Sure.
What'd you think?
That was my biggest concern.
And one thing, what was really funny is Eduardo was sitting in our office and we were chatting.
Yeah.
And a big Ford diesel truck drove by. And he went, "Oh my God, that's not it, is
I
it?"
said, holy crap.
There was a couple other words.
Yeah.
So what do you think of the sound, actually?
Gives me the ability to make it sound edgy when I wanted to by either downshifting and hearing it come more throaty. But it also gives me the ability to back off a little bit on it. And that's really what I was looking for, because I had seen the videos on your website. I was convinced by at least the video part that I wanted to go with the Lusso. But I wasn't really sure on how that was actually going to play out in person.
Yeah.
Now that it's played out in person and I've been driving it, it works really well. It adds that Italian race car spirit without overdoing it.
Yeah. Could you hold a comfortable conversation in the car?
Absolutely.
Any drone?
I enjoy taking long trips. And if the sound in the cabin is elevated, it's very tiring to hear that excess noise. But this way I feel confident that I can take long trips on it without tiring me out by the excess noise, and yet adds the extra spirited driving with the nice Italian sports car edge that I was looking for.
Yes. Glad you're happy.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna work on a couple of design things for your car next.
That's right.
Right? Thank you, sir.
Thank you as well.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.